Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader Guide, Heinrix van Calox full build from level 1 to level 16 for prologue and act 1. The main Inquisitor of Lord Xavier Calcazar, and one of the most important companions in the game, Warrior Assassin Heinrix. The build is completely valid for unfair, and if it works and it's tested on unfair, it will work on all other difficulties as well. Let's go.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader? Because I am. The Emperor protects.
So, through a warrior, we are preparing Heinrix to become a melee assassin. Psyker melee assassin. On a first level as a warrior, Heinrix receives charge, the base ability for every warrior class. Extremely useful from the start to finish of the game. On level 2, we're gonna get coercion on Heinrix. On level 3, he receives Endure for free, so he can soak up more damage. On the next level, he receives ulti, Daring Breach, one of the best ultis in the game, and once you have Daring Breach, you want to use it more on Heinrix than on Abelard, for example, because Heinrix deals way much more damage. For the very first talent, we're gonna take Defensive Maneuvers, cause it gives extra dodge to Heinrix. Heinrix is a bit opposite of Abelard. Abelard soaks up damage and parries, while Heinrix uses dodge to avoid damage. So the higher the dodge for Heinrix, the better he is in combat. And we wanna focus on dodge. That's the first talent that we're taking. Dodge. The next talent we're gonna take on Heinrix on the next level would be Enrage. We're gonna increase his critical hit chance with his agility. He uses agility as the main stat, as the main defensive stat in the game. And of course, for the characteristic, we up agility. The next thing that we're gonna take on Heinrix would be his Biomancer spell, Invigorate. A small heal that's able to remove stun, bleeding, fatigue, blinded, immobilized, staggered, and all fresh injuries. Very useful, okay, because of removals. More because of removals than because of the actual heal, but truth to be told, it's best to take this one. Because as a warrior and warrior talents, Heinrix doesn't need much. He needs his Biomancy. Again, he's a Biomancer Inquisitor. And we are sticking to the lore as well. I want to make a lore-friendly build for unfair. The skill check upgrade we're gonna take would be Carouse on Heinrix. On the next level, we're gonna take weapon skill to enhance hit chance. And for the talent, we're gonna take Blade of Light. To be more precise, once you take Blade of Light, you will hurt more with force weapons. Heinrix uses force melee weapons, and this is great as a start. On the next level, we're gonna take Carouse for skill checks, and down there we're gonna learn Biophysical Distortion for the next talent. What it does, you poison enemies whenever you hit them. As a Biomancer, this is good, it's damage over time, very good talent on Heinrix. For the ulti upgrade, we're going with Choice Upgrade 1. Why do we go with it? Because of the movement points. He can cover 5 screens away from him and go and reach the targets that you usually cannot reach with other characters. So Heinrix is there, preparation warrior into assassin, so he becomes a lone wolf isolator, where he's gonna pass through the entire map and eliminate the biggest threats. That's what Heinrix is. On the next level, we're gonna learn a new talent called Rigorous Training. Once you charge with Heinrix, it doesn't end his movement points, so you can charge and move away and hit something else. For the characteristic, we're gonna go for the weapon skill and raise the hit chance. For the next talent, we're gonna learn Biomancy spell, Enfeeble. What Enfeeble does? Basically, it's debuffing enemies in huge, I can't call it a circle, you can see how it is. Like a square that looks like a mini cross, but whatever. You debuff all enemies and you can hurt them more with every single companion, as well with Heinrix. extremely good debuff. And for the next talent, we're gonna take Psi rating 1. The higher the Psi rating is, the more powerful Biomancer spells are. Whenever you have an option to upgrade Psi rating, you're gonna opt in for it immediately. For the next level, we're gonna take Toughness, because that's the only thing available right now. Toughness will raise Heinrix's overall wounds, or better to say, his overall health. After we raise health, we're gonna take Athletics on Heinrix. For the next level, we're gonna learn a talent called Desolation. Desolation is a preparation for a lone wolf, where you're gonna eliminate enemies that are alone, away from your team, especially with your ulti. You're gonna deal more damage based on your agility. And next, we're gonna learn Medike as a skill check. On the next level, we're going in for Toughness, raising that health even further. And for the last talent, we will learn It Will Not Die, and raise wounds, or better to say health, even further. Now, for the final ulti upgrade, I was testing out ulti upgrade number 4, and I come to conclusion that the best one to take on Heinrix would be ulti upgrade number 1 and ulti upgrade number 2, not number 4 like I took it. So if I am to respec, I'm gonna opt in for upgrade number 2 and give him additional movement points on kills. So basically, when you upgrade Heinrix ulti, it's 1 and 2, and you ignore the bottom 2. What are the main characteristics on Heinrix? It's weapon skill and agility, one for offense, the other one for defense. Toughness is also very good because it enhances his health points. And of course, having some solid willpower on a Psyker, because Heinrix is a Biomancer Psyker, it cannot hurt. You're gonna need the stat. As far as skill checks go, he's gonna be reworked in a month from now, and I truly believe that he's gonna have huge lore Xenos, and that's what he's gonna be capable of doing, okay? But for now, how things stand, I went with Calox with all of his skill points. Heinrix is basically not there for skill checks, Heinrix is there for combat. Other companions are far better in skill checks. What items do we want to use on Heinrix? We want a Biomancer staff, and we want a melee weapon. A sword, two-hander, one-hander, it doesn't matter as long as it deals damage. Okay, now what about the stats on other gear? On amulets, helmet, armor, and so on. You want armor that gives huge dodge, it's usually light armor. You want to raise weapon skill, you want to raise toughness, you want to raise agility as much as you can with all gear. And that's your primary objective. If by any chance you want to reduce cost for some spells that he's gonna use often, like charge, you can always give him boots for charge. But again, the most important stat on Heinrix would be dodge. Pay attention on dodge when you play as Heinrix, and you're good to go. The higher it is, the better he is. How do we play Heinrix? Pretty much the same as you play Abelard. You go with Endure, you rack up charge, you cast Iron Arm on yourself or on your allies to buff up damage even further and hit points, okay? Then, before striking enemies, you cast Enfeeble, debuff them, charge into them, whack them, up Endure, and the turn. Once you have ulti, then you're free to wreck whatever you like to, because you will have a lot of movement points and a lot of action points. If by any chance some of your allies gets debuffed with blinded, fatigued, bleeding, and so on, you can always remove all of those negative stats with Invigorate. These 6 are the spells that you're gonna get in Prologue and Act 1. Once Act 2 starts, I'll speak about that. The bottom line is it good to have Heinrix in your team? Yes, because there's a lot of great conversations where Heinrix is the main part of all of those conversations. And the main quest also revolves around Heinrix, so he is one of the most important companions in a game, if not the most important, including Argenta and Abelard. Heinrix is there among with them. Extremely important to have in your team. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40k trainer? Because I am. The Emperor protects.